Hi, hello, my name is Gomer Joseph. I hope you've all been having a great day so far. Welcome back to another True Crime Tuesdays video. If you are new, I welcome you. Today I'll be discussing the unsolved disappearance of Logan Schiendelman. As I was researching this case, I found that things in his life began to get weird before he vanished. There was some indication that he just up and left, but there are certain things in this case that gives me reason to believe that others wanted him gone. Here we go. Logan Schiendelman was born on June 27, 1996 in Tumwater, Washington. His mother's name is Hannah and he has a half-sister named Chloe. When the siblings were young, Hannah asked her mother, Jenny Gibo, to look after the kids while she was attending art school in Seattle. Jenny would pretty much raise the kids while Hannah lived quite a few miles away, remaining in her kids' lives. People have described Logan as someone who loved listening to music, wrote poetry, charismatic, jokester, did well in school, athletic, and joined his school's football team, had many friends, and only showed sensitivity while he was home. Logan graduated high school in 2014. Near the end of his senior year, he began to suffer from some sort of identity crisis. He was mixed and lived in a predominantly white neighborhood. This sense of identity crisis seemed to increase after he received a racial comment at a party he attended. After his high school graduation, Logan would distance himself from his friends, like ignoring their texts and social media messages. He even wanted to attend a college where he knew no one, which is why he chose Washington State University. After attending the school for a year, he returned home to work by helping out at his aunt and uncle's farm. Logan pretty much wanted to figure out what he really wanted to do with life. On May 19th, 2016, Jenny was surprised to see her grandson up at 7:30 a.m. since Logan would usually never wake up that early. The two spoke, and from what Jenny said, he seemed a bit nervous as he told his grandmother that he had some epiphany the previous night. Jenny told Logan they could talk more after she got back home from work. When Jenny got back home, she noticed that Logan and his car was gone. Hours went by and Logan did not return. She pinged his cell phone and saw that the location was in Olympia. This didn't worry his grandmother since that was a few miles from Logan's mother's house. Days later, Logan still didn't come back home. On May 22nd, 2016, Jenny called her daughter Hannah to explain that Logan hadn't come back home. Hannah must have explained to Jenny that her son hadn't come to see her, so Jenny drove around to search for Logan. Since there was no sign of him, Jenny went to the sheriff's office to report Logan missing. The sheriff's office was closed, so she had to wait the next day to file a report. Jenny described Logan's car to the police, which was a 1996 black Chrysler Sebring. The police discovered that the vehicle was legally seized a few days before and found it abandoned at Interstate 5. When the vehicle was found, items like Logan's license, wallet, debit card, and some food was still inside the vehicle. Jenny believed it to be sketchy that these important items were found inside the vehicle, but that Logan was nowhere to be found. Unfortunately, police couldn't process the car because of cross-contamination. 3 911 calls were actually made in regard to the vehicle. One call claimed a white man with red or brown hair jumped out of the passenger side and ran into the woods along the freeway. Unfortunately, police couldn't locate this unknown man. Police received another call from a driver who drove parallel to I-5 who claimed to have seen a black man without pants. The news didn't really surprise Jenny, and she informed the cops how Logan began to smoke weed. Hearing about the weed use caused police to search crack houses. Investigators believed it was a possibility that Logan died from a drug overdose or even killed himself. There was no evidence to back up any of these claims. Logan's cell phone records were traced by police. They discovered movements were made southbound on I-5, northbound, then southbound again. It was unknown if Logan was the only one driving or not. On May 26, 2016, investigators looked through Logan's social media. They found a check-in from Olympia Regional Airport. Some people in Logan's family thought he might have attempted to see his father in Saudi Arabia, but investigators found out the check-in was 8 years old. The Tumwater community really wanted to raise awareness about Logan's disappearance. $10,000 was raised by selling bracelets and buttons at the high school football games. Logan's family would put posters and set up a sign near I-5 where the vehicle was found. Logan's sister Chloe had a boyfriend who police considered to be a suspect for a while. Logan and Chloe's boyfriend were known to have issues with each other. Police also found out that Chloe's boyfriend pled guilty to a felony assault in a previous relationship. After passing a polygraph test, the police no longer considered the boyfriend to be a suspect. In regard to Logan's black side of the family, police discovered he had gotten in contact with them, which was the first time contacting with his father's side of the family. Logan's great aunt Tina Crary had dinner with him. She claimed that Logan said Jenny would be upset with him having dinner with her and that he was worried to share that information with his grandmother. Tina also claimed that Jenny didn't want Logan associating with his father's side of the family. Jenny stated those claims weren't true and that she knew about Logan having dinner with his great aunt. On June 26, 2017, Logan's family made renewed efforts like putting up more posters and posting on social media. After the renewed efforts, a witness called police stating how she saw Logan's vehicle the night of his disappearance and how there were 2 white men and 1 black man at the rear of the car. She described one man to be tall with thin blonde hair and was wearing a small tank top and small jeans. The other man was described as small, blonde, and wore a flannel shirt and jeans. Since there weren't any updates from these descriptions, Logan's family hired a private investigator, but there hasn't been any information released either. With this case comes theories. One theory is that Logan's drug use might have led to his disappearance, like trouble with dealers, but his friends stated how they don't believe Logan used tougher drugs. Another theory is that Logan was having a mental breakdown since people around him believed he was getting paranoid. One example is that he worried people were looking at him through his window. The third theory is that Logan's uncle, Mike Rare, believes that Chloe's boyfriend is somehow involved in the disappearance. The last theory is that Logan ran away and started a new life. This one I'm least likely to believe because he left his wallet, license, and some food, things someone I believe would need in starting this new life. Reward money has increased to $15,000. If you have any information about Logan's disappearance, please call 911 or the Thurston County Sherriff's office, which is 360-786-5599. I'll leave this information in the description box. Whether he left by his own free will or not, I pray that Logan would be found. People in his family miss him tremendously and just want to know that he's okay. For people who have the same situation Logan might have had, where you might feel alone in this world, people will disappoint you. Just remember that God will never disappoint you, and turn to Him when you feel like there is no one to talk to. When you seek God with your whole heart, you will find Him. Once again, I do pray Logan will be found, and I do pray for his family because they're desperate for answers. Most of all, they're desperate for him to just come home. That's all I've got to say. If you've got any thoughts on this case, please leave your thoughts in the comments section. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Please message me if you'd like for me to cover a certain true crime case. If you'd like to see more videos from me, please feel free to hit the subscribe button and click the bell to be notified about the next video. I'll see y'all next time for True Crime Tuesdays. I'll talk to y'all later.